Alright, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another beer from the Hofbräuhaus, and they are headquartered in Munich, Germany, and this is their Helles Lager. So this is a German Helles Lager that comes in at 4.9% alcohol by volume, 19 IBUs at the time of review. This can is just under 4 months old, and it also has an expiration date of March 12th of 2026. So they give this one a 1-year best by date. So according to the brewery, we should be more than good to go. So this is a brand new offering from Hofbrau. And I do have a little bit of a article and some information to read about this one because I was curious what the difference is between this and their original, which is their Helles Lager, and also their Vollbier Helles Lager. And I found this article on Beer Advocate, or I guess information on Beer Advocate from a user. His username is in Verdelon, and they posted that Hofbräuhaus is launching its Helles to the US. Now, this post is back from April 11th of this year. He talks a little bit about what they posted on their Facebook announcement, which is just kind of generic information. However, for those wondering, which would be me and perhaps you, it says somebody on Facebook had asked the difference between this and the original, and this was their response. Hofbräuhaus Helles Lager has less ABV and IBU and is more malt forward than our original. We also use a different malt than for the HB original brewing process. The aroma palette has a crisp hint of citrus and honey. You should do a taste and compare the two, both amazing brews, but very different. So this isn't their HB original specifically. It's not the Vollbier. It's a brand new offering. It's like a tweaked version of their original. They do have a big spiel on the side, but a lot of this is just generic information, so I'm not going to read it. So I have not reviewed the original on the channel. I need to do so at some point. We'll make that happen, but I thought I would give this a go because I've never seen it before, and for good reason. It's a brand new offering. So we're going to crack it open, get it into the big old mug, dimpled mug, and yeah, I'm reviewing this as a shelfie beer for the month of July 2025, and I'm here for it. So let's give it a nice pour. I'm hoping this is real tasty. And somebody in that thread on Beer Advocate mentioned maybe this is their answer to Weihenstephaner, who also brewed a brand new Helles that was different from their original. Maybe this is to compete with that. And honestly, that would make a lot of sense. So how does this look? Absolutely sensational. In the glass, I wish I poured a little bit better so I could get a better head out of it. But that looks like a absolutely gorgeous Helles. So a bright golden straw color, crystal clear. You can see my hand through it, my face, everything. Had about a finger of a bright white, very creamy looking head. A little bit of soap sudsy, but really nice. Dissipating a little bit, but man, does that look beautiful. Decent carbonation. That plays the role of a Helles Lager or a lager in general. Let's get a nose. So it's nice, don't get me wrong. The aroma is nice, but most of the Helles Lagers I love have that big sourdough bread vibe from the malt character, and it's usually screaming in the aroma, and it's not here. It's more subtle and nuanced. It has a nice, like, grainy malt character, a little bit of that sourdough. They talk about citrus and honey. I can definitely see, like, a honey kind of vibe to this one for sure, a little bit sweeter. Yeah, there's some citrus. I'd say more like a little bit of a lemony kind of character, maybe a slight, like, orange rind, orange pith. As I usually mention with a lot of these German lagers, and just a lot of lagers in general, red apple, whether it's closer to the core, the skin, usually not sweet red apple, it's like either closer to the core or like on the skin, and that's kind of what I'm getting here, more of the skin. White pear, lighter fruits. And it has a slightly like grassy, floral kind of hop character. It smells really nice, but making my mouth water. But it doesn't smell as good as their original or like some of my favorite Helles Lagers. Like those just have, the aromatics are fantastic. Then the drinkability is through the roof. So the aroma is a little bit of a letdown, even from their original, from what I recall it being. But it doesn't smell bad or anything. It actually smells pretty good. It's a little bit more subtle than I was hoping. Anyway, let's get into it. Cheers, everybody. Prost. Really nice. Really nice. So the taste is more in the Helles Lager realm for me, as opposed to the nose. It has more of that sourdough bread, almost like a light coating of honey on sourdough bread. Like I'm glad they mentioned honey. I don't know if I would have specifically said it, but probably, because sometimes I do say honey in Helles Lager, but it has this nice honey kind of sourdough bread sweetness. The body on this one for 4.9%. They would probably say full-bodied. I would say medium, maybe a touch under medium as a whole. Really nice body for something that's sub 5%. The mouthfeel, it's crisp, it's clean, it's super refreshing. It's pretty much perfect mouthfeel-wise. Body, a little bit, I'd say, a little bit under what I was thinking. I was thinking straight medium. It's a little bit under medium, but it's still fine. The taste, though, yeah, it's nice. It has that, again, that sourdough honey kind of quality right at the get-go, right at the forefront, little grainy malt. As it passes through, a little bit of zippy and zesty lemon and orange. Underlying red apple skin, touch of that white pear as well. And then on the finish, it has this grassy floral sensation from the hops. It's firmly dry with a mild to moderate bitterness smack dab in the middle. Very balanced beer. When I first take the sip, like all that honey bread, big malt quality is kind of worrisome unless it dries out and it has some kind of bitterness. Luckily, this does. It has a firm dryness and a mild to moderate bitterness. Again, the hop character is more of that floral, grassy kind of hop character. There's this underlying too, or maybe hovering kind of sulfuric lager funk from it, because you kind of expect from most lagers, especially European lagers. It's not overwhelming or anything, but I just wanted to mention it because as I'm starting to smell it more, it's definitely coming out for sure. 4.9%. You can drink a ton of these. This is nice. The nose is worrisome for sure, because I'm thinking to myself, man, it doesn't smell like even a lot of, and I know this is blasphemous to say, this is, Germany, this is Hofbrau, this is their style, but I've had a lot of American brewed ones that have that intense sourdough, just big, bold flavors. And a lot of times when you get the authentic German ones, a lot of them, they're old. Now, this is fresh, and I picked this up because it was quite fresh. To get a imported beer from Europe, under 4 months old is impressive. And when I bought this, it was about 3 months old. So I had to grab it because it's new. And so I picked it up, and yeah, it tastes fresh. It has, again, a best by date of a year out. So this is probably going to be drinking quite well throughout the summer and into the fall. I don't know if it'll last all the way to next March as far as like the freshness it goes, but this is really nice. I do prefer, I think, the original a little bit more based off memory, but I haven't had that beer in a while. So I'm going to have to pick that up and hopefully review it before the end of summer, maybe next month or the month after as far as shelfie beer reviews go. And maybe I'll pick up a can to kind of do a comparison. That's probably what I'll do. I'll review the original, grab a can of this, and then do a quick comparison towards the end of the review. Anyway, really good, 4.9%, you can't tell. Really well-made Helles, for sure. Again, I was kind of worried that this one would kind of go sideways, only because a lot of times when they're cutting the ABV and like reformulating for American palates and whatnot, that a lot of times they cut out flavor from that, and it's like they didn't really do that as much as I recall. I do like the original a little bit better, but I think overall they did a pretty good job with this, and I have absolutely no issues with it. It's pretty damn tasty. I'm gonna go drink the rest of that and enjoy my day. So anyway, Hofbräuhaus, their Helles Lager, the brand new Helles Lager, I'm gonna give this a high 4 out of 5 and go 4.1. I think this is really nice. But I don't think it's as good as the original based off my memory, but my memory is shot and I am old, so don't listen to me. That's the best way I can explain it. So I'll put this over here, and we'll say price point availability. I paid like just over $3 for the can. I think it was $11.99 a 4-pack, so you're talking $3 a can for an imported Helles Lager. And I think these are a bit bigger. Are these 500 milliliter cans? Yeah, 500 milliliters. So this is a 16.9 fluid ounce can as opposed to a 16 fluid ounce can. I'm a-okay with paying around $3 a can. It's a damn nice Helles Lager, and it's in cans. I think it's cool. Availability, this is where I have no idea. This just showed up this year, as I mentioned from the Beer Advocate link to the Facebook and the information. This is a brand new release. I don't know if this is going to be only in the U.S. or if it's going to be released in other countries, but definitely on. I didn't mention it, but as you can see right here, it says imported from Munich, Germany, which here in the U.S., that's them saying that's huge, because a lot of times these European brands will be owned by AB InBev and brewed in St. Louis, Missouri. So they have to. So they're specifically saying this is brewed in Munich, Germany, and not here, which I do enjoy. But yeah, if you've seen this one and you're in the U.S. or you're outside of the U.S., let me know. Post in the comment section. I don't really know the distribution of this one or the availability as a whole. I saw it, I bought it, and I will say it's damn good. But I do think the original is slightly better, but we're going to find out at some point in the next couple months, because I'm going to buy the original, compare it. So anyway, appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here in the Beer Patrol. That's another shelfie beer review down. We have a couple more left throughout the month. And yeah, till the next one, cheers. Prost.